Record.
Um,
So we started recording because Sierra's cleaning express dog poop out of her white rug carpet. And I'm here to let everybody know, even though we're not sponsored by them, but maybe they want to sponsor us, Baby Draft Spray. We'll get anything out of anything.
oh, which I'm wishing I had right now, but I will suffice with the Grove.
Postmates or something. Target delivery, Target drive-through.
Yeah. I'm gonna try Grove.
I mean, yeah, like get whatever you can up with whatever you have, and then, but like seriously, go get some Baby Draft Spray.
I will. Lay down. So it's just laundry soap, buddy. I'm trying to wipe this up. So, okay, last week we were talking about like me having drama with my dog peeing everywhere. Well, this week, like last week I was kind of annoyed by it. This week I'm like, you know what? I feel like he's just old. And like he was peeing for the past 5 days inside, not like we had Hurricane Ian came and just kind of like sat over the top of us for 5 days. So we had rainy weather for like 5 days straight, and Dex hates rainy weather, so he doesn't go outside. So he's like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna pee in the basement or upstairs in your bedroom, because those are his two spots. Which was okay, buddy. It's all right. Lay down, please. So that was like whatever. It was a little frustrating. But then like yesterday. So yesterday was the first sunny day after 5 days of no sun, and I was so thrilled. I was like, yes, here we go. It's the sun. So I put on a dress because it was warm enough for a dress. And it was a new dress that I had like was given to me by somebody. And so I was like, but it was a little bit big for me. So I put a belt on it, and it just looked so cute. Like I was feeling so great. My makeup was done. My hair was slicked back. I was just like, oh, look at me being so cute, ready to walk to school. And because my back is out, I've not been putting Dex in his kennel. We usually put him in a kennel and leave because otherwise he pees everywhere. So I've just been letting him outside for like the 10 minutes. No. Are you trying to take away my story? Are you trying to give the punchline too early?
I can't hear him anyway, so it's okay.
It's not even the right part, but he's trying to be like, and then no, this is poop. Lay down. Yeah, poop. So anyway, now I've been putting him outside for the 10 minutes. So I pick him up. We're like heading out the door. I'm like, all right, Dex. And like, he gets so anxious. He just like stands and shakes right before we leave. He's just standing there shaking. I'm like, okay. I pick him up. I start walking towards the back door. He peed all down my dress, all down it. I was like, oh no. And Arrow and Gray are like, what? I'm like, Dex just peed all over me. And Arrow goes, really? I liked that dress.
Oh,
I was like, I know, bud. Me too. Me too. Hey, I think this Grove cleaner is working pretty good. This Grove laundry soap.
Oh, good.
Well, yeah, you said dress. I thought like,
I had a little boy pee down me the other day.
Yeah.
I thought it was drool that hit my foot, and then I was like, "Oh,
no.
your diaper's you peed out your diaper."
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay. You sleep all the night on the couch. That sounds fine. Okay. I'm exhausted, but that's all right. We are gonna record. I'm so excited. Hopefully I won't get a mama the whole time. What, buddy? Oh, very cool. All right, buddy, listen, I gotta do my call, okay? I need you to lay down and be quiet so mama can do her call. When you lay down, here, if you can lay down and be quiet my whole call, then I'll let you watch Blippi afterwards. But you have to be quiet the whole time. What? You have to, okay, lay down. No more talking until I'm done, okay? You're coldy? Okay. There you go, sweetheart. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Sweet dreams. be satisfied, so I'm not going back. All right. Woo. Let's do it.
I don't know if you're
like the
on
clap,
Wi-Fi
all
or
right,
not,
take 2.
but you might want to do whatever's opposite.
Yeah. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Why am I
Okay.
not on Wi-Fi? Oh, now I am. I don't know why I wasn't for a second. Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want to start?
Sure. And then you've got the topic. So,
Okay.
welcome back to the In Raw Life podcast. We are excited that you're joining us here today. Sierra's got some cool questions prompted by one of our favorite Instagram peeps that we follow. And of course, it's related to the Enneagram, but we're not actually going to talk about the Enneagram per se, but it was just a really great prompt. So we're excited here to be here. It is officially fall. It feels like fall here, even though today is going to be an 80 degrees day, but it's pretty much fall and it feels like fall. And we love fall. We always love to celebrate it. Often I don't know, maybe it's just been the past couple of years that we haven't seen each other in fall, but usually we get to see each other this time of year and be all pumpkin-y and basic witchy. But we're not, so we're here to talk about it.
Yes. I feel like the last fall we saw each other was when you came to visit me because a hurricane was coming to South Carolina.
First of
Florida.
all, you're glitchy.
Remember that? Oh
Yeah.
no.
Second of all, there's no way. That was like
Hey.
5 years ago. Yep, you're completely frozen.
I mean, we've seen each other since, but I don't think we've slept together since. I'll leave and come back. Hold on.
Okay. And this is the part of the show where Jessica dances while we wait for Sierra. Do, 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 do. We're gonna have double Sierra.
What did you say?
Huh?
What did you say? I don't see you now. What the heck?
I don't
Oh,
see
you
you
said you
either.
have a double me.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I see you.
Can you see
I
me?
see double you, but only one of you is moving.
Weird. Am I glitchy?
Not yet.
Okay, good. I was saying, I think we've seen each other.
Well, yes,
like
we've
more
seen each
obviously,
other.
but I
but
think that was the last fall.
Really?
I don't know of another fall.
Weird.
Well,
Anyway.
I guess you were kind of here at Thanksgiving. You were here at last Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah.
But that's like the end of fall, so it doesn't feel like the initial change
that was
of
very
season,
wintry.
like getting excited. Yeah, it was a little colder. Yeah. Oh yeah, because we were like bundled up, freezing cold. Yeah,
Freezing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so today we're going off of, she used to be Enneagram and Coffee. Now I think she goes by her name, which is Sarah Jane Case.
Mm-hmm.
And she does these little fun things like how each Enneagram would handle fill in the blank, like riding on an airplane, giving gifts, whatever. And she did one of changing the season. And I felt like all of these statements were so interesting and could be like dove into. So we're going to like over the next 3 episodes, we're just going to cover 3 each and talk about like these deeper thoughts around the changing of the season, which like, yes, it's now fall, which is super exciting, but also like the changing of like life seasons. I mean, which I feel like we're both in. Like for me, I for the first time have a kid in elementary school versus like 2 toddlers at home. You have a brand new baby. I mean, talking about changes seasons, I feel like this is really apropos where we're at in life and where we're at in the calendar. So yeah, October is my absolute favorite month. Like fall, it is fall here too. I was seriously driving home looking at the leaves like, oh, it's just so beautiful. I felt like a child seeing it for the first time. I was just so in awe. But
yeah, I was amazed that the tree in my front yard, I was all of a sudden like, wait, when did that start losing so many leaves? Like,
what did it change colors, or is it just losing leaves? Like some trees just drop
this one's
green.
mostly just losing leaves. I think there's like, it's not like a crazy like change, but
yeah, that's always weird to me.
I think
I'm
it's
like,
a cherry tree, so maybe that's why.
That's cool. Are you getting leaves changing down there?
I've seen it a tiny bit where we are, but like the climate isn't quite
there
stable
yet.
yet. But I'm pretty sure we're going to go into North Carolina this weekend to go apple picking, and I bet we'll see some more change
Oh,
there.
oh, that'll be awesome. I remember last year I visited my mom around this time, and you guys had more. Oh, I saw you last year. That was like a
That was
very
like
quick, wasn't like a
afternoon.
fall adventure. Yeah, but I remember you guys had more changed leaves than we did that year, just because like you guys had this cold
Mm.
front or something, which
Mm-hmm.
was cool. But anyway, so okay, so we've got 3 questions that we're going to dive deeper into. Let's just go one at a time. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so the first one is, what can I improve about myself this season? So I just feel like that's fun, like looking,
Yeah.
self-reflecting. Jess, what do you feel like you could improve about yourself this season?
Oh man. What can I improve about myself? I think I can't think of a better word for criticism right now. Um, feedback. Like taking feedback that I hear that, is not always fun to hear, but from people that I love or close to me or whatever that know me well. And instead of immediately getting defensive, just taking it in and taking my few days that I usually take anyway to be like, okay, like I don't need to get defensive and I don't need to be hurt. Just take it for what it is and kind of think, okay, where is that really showing up? Like, what is that? And like, is that something that I would like to change? Number one. And then how can I do better? I'd say that's
Mm,
mine.
I love that because, like, for me, I'm the same. Like, especially depending on the person, like, there's like a scale. Like, the less
Mhm.
I know you, the more I like, and the least defensive I am with your
Yeah.
feedback, the more I know you. Like, all the way down to Jay. If Jay gives me feedback, I jump down his throat, which I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
why can't I don't want to be that way. So, but yeah, I also really love like I love feedback because it helps us like
Yeah,
improve as people. Like, yes, I want the
correct.
feedback, but it's hard to not get defensive. So
Well, it's
I
funny because
totally
I've
and
realized about myself that I am someone who I'm always trying to prove that I'm incorrect about something, which is weird because I love to be right. Like I'm always going to people close to me, like,
what do
am
you
I
mean?
wrong? Like I go to like, my best friends
Mhm.
or anybody who's close to me, be like, am I wrong in this? Like, seriously, I want to know. And yet I love
Mhm.
being right. Like I really, really like being right. Like I want to
Yeah.
know if I'm incorrect in my thinking or actions. And then it's also really hard when you do get the feedback that, yeah, that's not okay, or yeah, you could do better there. Like how to not be defensive when speaking back, like, like speaking back to the person. Like, okay, I don't see that. So I don't understand, but I do want to do better. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird
Yeah.
conundrum, I've realized.
Well, I recently told this to Arrow, and I feel like it would be helpful for me to use as well. Like if ever I say something to him and he's like, I know, I'm like, instead of if ever you want to say I know, say like instead just say thank you. Because like
Mm-hmm.
whether you actually know or not, or like even with feedback, like
Yeah, that's
you
also
just
good.
sometimes you don't want to hear it. And it's just like, thank you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to go chew on that and handle the emotion of it. But
Mm-hmm.
I also find it super interesting that you use the word feedback because go poop, buddy. Don't stop. I have to go poop. Anyway, I think it's funny you use the word feedback because I've been saying to people lately, because Gray has been like big time, he has big time emotion. So like if he's upset, it's like like a loud noise emotion, and it's
Mm-hmm.
usually with feedback. And I've had to like tell random strangers or like acquaintances at Arrow's school during drop off, sorry, he just doesn't like feedback, which is the exact word I used
That's
because
so
like
grown
the
up
other
of
day he
him.
walked into a rose bush and one of the parents was like, oh, careful. I know. Yeah, so he walked into a thorn or a rose bush, and a parent was like, "Oh, careful, that one has thorns." Just being friendly, and he was super mad, and I was like, "Yeah, he's not handling feedback well right now," which is just hilarious that you use the exact same word because that's what it. I think like it just
Yeah.
shows like at our core, he's 2 years old. He doesn't like it either. It's like it's almost like it's an emotion
Yeah.
that we can't help but have. We just have to learn how to breathe through the
Yeah.
feedback and accept
Yeah.
it with grace. So, that's a really good one.
What about you?
I think for me, I feel like it's um I've just been kind of in survival mode, and I want to get back to like enjoying life mode,
Mm-hmm.
because like my back's been hurting and I've been rushing around, and I just feel like there's so much on my plate. My house is not clean, which is more stressful and like when when I'm stressed, I'm more forgetful. So like my ADHD
Mm-hmm.
flares up. When my house is messy, I'm more forgetful. So my ADHD flares up. And usually when I'm stressed, my house is messy. So it's like I have like, I won't even turn this around. Although if you were on YouTube, you might have seen it as I was skedaddling about trying to fix the poop. Lots of poop this morning. But anyway, I just want to like after this is done, like this afternoon, I'm gonna clean my house. I'm then taking deep breaths. I did a meditation yesterday. I haven't done a meditation in so long. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I just want to get back to like the roots of what we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm getting back to meditating, getting back to like slowing down, like on the walk to and from school instead of like rushing to drop Arrow off and then rushing back to get Gray to school. Like after we dropped Arrow off, I just walked back. I let Gray take his time, picking up as many acorns as he desired. Like I'm just trying
Mm-hmm.
to breathe through it. When my dog is peeing all over Timbuktu, including down my dress, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's fine. He's getting old. Let me just. So now, like now that the weather's cooler, I'm just taking him with me more often and making sure I roll down the window so he can enjoy life too. Like just being intentional about enjoying simple things. So that's how I'm trying to improve this season. So,
I like it. Yeah.
um, the next question is who can I share seasonal activities with? So I feel like this is something that I feel like we can ask ourselves these questions about each season. Like, who do I need to be intentional about spending my time with in this season of life? Not just for the fall, but like who in this exact season that I'm in, maybe it's that you like want to spend more time with your family because you're so busy, or maybe you're around your family so much and you're not really like you've kind of neglected like a certain friendship or even like a grandparent or something because like you're so family focused that you haven't had made time for somebody else. So that's kind of the thought I had around this question. So with that, I ask you, Jess, like who do you feel like you can share more activities with this season?
It's a hard question for me, which is funny because that's my like number. Um,
Yeah.
is Well, I'll put it this way. So, I mean, obviously I have a 2-month-old son, so I'm been very intentional these past 2 months before, like during maternity leave of spending time with him, just enjoying him, like letting him nap on me, all of that. I
Mm.
need to like I'm working on intentionally saying, "Hey, Emily, like let's do something you and I together, especially when he's sleeping because this is how it's working right now." And it's hard because she is very preteen and like, I just like listening to music in my room, mom, like it's fine. And I feel a little
Oh my
bad, but
gosh.
then think, no, it's okay. Like I keep doing that. Like, did I do something wrong? Are you mad at me because I've been spending time with your brother? So like you're going and doing your own thing. Then I remember that's what this age does too. And then she does have her moments where she wants to be with me and we do things together. And I've realized that I
Mhm.
started cultivating like a community of friends in this area finally too, which I've been wanting to do for 2+ years. And I had it written down in my, like life list and my, when I was looking for a house list and that I was saying to myself every day, it's like I have this little community of people in the cul-de-sac that I see a lot and we hang out and we talk. I have my book club that like I'm getting closer with some of those people and I really enjoy that too. So I'm kind of already doing it, I guess. Like I'm good with it and I'm
Hmm.
excited to see it continue to grow.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, because you like it's all new, so it's kind of like you're in the cultivating aspect.
Yeah, I'm
So
in the
yeah, for you, it's
watching
not
it grow.
necessarily who are you neglecting, but who can
Hmm.
you like further.
Hmm.
Yeah. I love that. I'm actually I'm starting a small group tomorrow, like with women from my church, and it's all moms going on a nature walk on Saturday mornings with their kids. Like that's the
Nice.
Bible study I'm joining. I'm like, that's if that doesn't scream Sierra,
Hmm.
Bible study, nature, mom walking, like everything about that
Yep.
is so me. So
Good. That's
that like
awesome.
initial cultivating a friendship phase is so fun.
Hmm.
Um but for me, I feel like I've been really bad at staying connected with anybody who doesn't use WhatsApp. So, because like WhatsApp is so easy to just send messages and like I can tell you all about my life in a 10-minute message that you can check when it's convenient for you and you can respond and then I can check when it's convenient for me and we can listen to it on like double speed if we are really pressed on time. But like there I have a few friends and then of course like my dad who don't use WhatsApp and I'm so bad at calling people. And so yeah, I need to I want to. It's not that I need to. I really want to be more intentional about finding space in my week to like reach out to those people because they've
Hmm.
also made it clear to me that that's what they want and
Yeah.
I still haven't stepped up fully. Like I have two friends and then my dad who specifically said like call me more. I'm like, okay. I'm sorry. So I
Aw.
really want to work on that because like I'm in when you are in like the cultivating mode you like which I'm doing here too like I feel like sometimes you can miss that you forget about the people that aren't in your area. Like I can
Hmm.
go a month without talking to my dad just texting him and that's not okay. I'm
Yeah.
working on that.
Yeah.
And then the last question is how can I make my home seasonally themed? And so for that, I'm like, since we're talking about, you know, the season and such, it kind of goes back to what we were touching on in that first question, which is how can I make my season, like how can I theme my season to have a certain intention is how I'd like to kind of twist that question. So like looking at the season ahead, what is the theme or intention you have for like what is the next, you know, whether it's through the end of the year, whether it's over the next year, or, you know, just till the end of fall. What is your intention for the season ahead?
I'd say my intention right now is focusing on, again, like what I have right now and making sure that that feels good. Just like it's almost like that's how my brain works, I guess. Like how you get a schedule in place, or you get a plan in place, and then you can always like it's a system and you fall back on that. So I want to make sure that what I have right now becomes like it sounds terrible, but becomes my system, like my life system, so that when I want to like add more things to it or other ideas or whatever it is that gets added to it, it's all in place still. Because I want everything that I have right now. And I can continue to have it and add more to my life. And that'll just become my system. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. Like you're saying, like when you operate off a system like that, like it's like a schedule, right? Like when you have
Hmm.
a schedule, your schedule works better, and then you know what you can add to your schedule.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like what you're saying?
Yeah. So like,
But
my
you're
time with my
incorporating like
kids,
all the
time
parts of life.
going to the book club, time continuing friendships in the neighborhood, and all of our other activities that we're doing, like that becomes my system in place. So then I can
Mhm.
add on whatever, other relationships and work and projects
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
still
mean,
have
that's so
those things because I
essential.
love doing those things.
Absolutely. I was telling somebody, I don't remember if somebody was asking me like how, oh, I think it was, I don't even remember where I was, but it was like a group of moms and they were like talking about whether they show up late or show up on time. And I was like, I have been really showing up early lately, like, and I'm proud of myself. Like even today, I picked up great. It was a half day, so every kid got out at the same time from his like
Mm.
preschool, and I was there 4 minutes early, and I was the third in line. And thank goodness, because
Yeah.
otherwise, like everyone's dismissed at the same time. That's crazy. So I'm like, look at me being here early. I was really proud of myself. But somebody asked me like, well, what do you think it is? And, you know, some moms are like, oh, well, once you have kids, like you feel like, oh, I got to get there on time because otherwise it's embarrassing. But I'm like, honestly, and this is what I told them. I'm like, I have a friend who's really good at scheduling and she helped me figure it out. So I'm much more efficient with my time now because I think that's something like when you have a system or a schedule or whatever, like when you figure out like the core of it, which is what you have like naturally, like once you can put those pieces into place, then it's easy to like take the other parts and put those into place too. So luckily for me, like I do feel like a little disheveled, but I still have that core now, whereas I used to not even have that core. But like because you and I have gone through like the essentials of a core system, I know like meditation in the mornings and how to do my laundry consistently and how to clean consistently. I'll be right there, bud. I'll be right there. Okay. So anyway, I totally get what you're saying because it like helps you to like, yeah, move forward and just like with progress and less stress. I totally get that. For me, I think like I was thinking back to, I'm like, what was my word for the year? And my word was inner, and like the different parts of inner, like inner beauty, inner peace, things of that nature. And so I remember, I feel like at the time I was really kind of like diving through inner beauty and like just self-love in a way. But I felt like it would kind of like shift as the year went through to like other inner parts. And now I really feel like inner peace is where it's at because like there is so much going on with like, and so much going on that's out of my control with like my back issues and then just like life happening, all the, you know, all the transition and everything. But I feel like even when things are not what you've planned or you're not really like, you haven't transitioned yet to this new phase of life or whatever, like you are the core again, like at your core, it's the same thought process. Like when you at your core are peaceful and stable, then you can enter the rest of it from that same place. So for me, like I felt last week, I really felt like I was kind of starting to unravel and derail. And I had to like, you know, get back to my roots and be like, okay, what do I know? Like, how do I bring peace to my life? Okay. Like I'm doing, you know, it's been harder for me to like read the Bible in the morning because I'm stretching in the morning now and it hurts. And so I'm like, okay, well, I need to read the Bible at night because that's when I'm relaxed and can actually like read it versus being in pain, trying to process anything. So, yeah, just being like back to like being intentional in general and with like a focus of intentionally thinking about peace. I have someone knocking on the door. What is going on this episode? Anyway, give me a second. You go ahead and talk.
Well, I mean, we're about like to end the episode. I think that's everything really. I want to know who's at Sarah's door too. You're muted.
I know. I was talking to Dex. Oh, okay, bud, I'll be right there. Okay, let's wrap her up. Okay. Oh, it's me. I got to wrap it up.
Go for it. I mean, I can. I don't care.
Yeah. I wrapped it up last time. You go for it. I did the full one last time, so you do it.
I mean, I just think it's thank you for always coming back. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for all the reviews and the ratings. If you haven't yet left a review for us or rated or subscribed, please do that if you want us to grow and get into more ears, because that is how people find out about us more. And make sure that you keep coming back every week. Share this to your friends. You can just like anywhere you're listening to it, there's always some sort of share option, whether it's to text, email, any social media, everything's so easily shareable nowadays. So that is that. And if you have any topics, questions, concerns, high fives for us, you can email that to theinrawlifepodcast@gmail.com. Say goodbye, Sarah.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to do an until next week, like a thought. No. Okay. Well,
I was kind of saying say goodbye, Sarah, like say goodnight, Gracie. Oh, scared him.
Well, then I'll say until next week, when shit hits the fan, take a deep breath and clean it up. Because that's what's going on right now. Bye.